Hello. I've finished the Final Fantasy series, Final Fantasy 13 series, and right now I feel like an emotional mess. I think I've just recovered and I'm able to talk now, but oh my god. I don't want to spoil anything, but I always said that when I finished the game series I would do a video just to show my appreciation for the amazing games. Oh, my lightning hoodie. Hee. I'm not obsessed with this. Anyway, thank you Square Enix for making such an amazing trilogy. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and I know there was a lot of hate for the games because 13 was quite ahead of its time really, and a lot of people don't like the story and they didn't like the fact that there wasn't a lot of free range in the first game. I never really played the Final Fantasy games before, other than 10-2 before this, and that put me off because people say it's not very good, and I didn't really enjoy it. And I was clueless back then. It was when I was like 13, and yeah, I just saw it had Final Fantasy on it and I thought, oh, everyone likes that, let me play it. I don't like this. But about 2.5 years ago or so, I played Final Fantasy 13, and I remember the first time I saw Lightning, I thought this is an awesome character, and I knew then that she was going to be one of my favourite characters, and she's now my all-time favourite game character. She's just fantastic. And that scene as well, when she's looking out of the purge train, I thought, I want to cosplay her one day. And at that time I was kind of having a break from my cosplaying, unfortunately, because I'd lost a lot of my confidence, and I didn't have the funds to go to cons and things, so that kind of sparked off my return to cosplay, which was awesome because I am back into it now and I've got a lot more confidence back, which is good. I love the story for the first one. It took me a while to get used to the battling system because I'm used to just running in with a sword with games, so it did take me a while to get used to it, but once I'd sussed it out I did enjoy it. And I liked the Crystarium trees, so you could level them up how you wanted, and I liked the way that it kind of jumped from character to character, so you're always playing as someone different. However, I do love Lightning, so as soon as I got to disc 3 I was always Lightning. Yeah, I'm obsessed. But yeah, just the story really kind of drew me in, because I really like games with decent stories, and this one was just so well written. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I really enjoyed it. I just love all the characters. They've been written so well, and I love Fang and Vanille's story, especially in the first one. I like Hope's story as well. Watching him sort of grow up through the journey is just awesome. Like, he starts off as this whiny little brat, and then by the end, you know, Lightning kind of takes him under her wing, and he turns out to be this awesome character. Fang is probably my second favourite character. She's just awesome. Vanille gets on my nerves a bit, but I do like her backstory, and I like her and Fang's friendship as well. Saz just comes out with the best one-liners. Snow's kind of irritating, but he does grow on you later on in the trilogy. I think Sarah's awesome as well, even though you don't really see an awful lot of her or play as her in the first one. I think she's a cool character. And the Eidolons are cool. I love Odin. Yes. And his and Lightning's relationship is awesome. Obviously you see it more later on in the games, but yeah, the start of their relationship's awesome. I love that scene when she first meets him. Just awesome. Final Fantasy 13 2. I went straight onto that after completing 13, and I remember thinking, what the hell's going on? Why is Lightning a knight? Why am I Sarah? Why aren't I Lightning anymore? but again, you kind of get further into the game and it does kind of draw you in. The story I found quite hard to follow this time, but it kind of made sense after a while. But this one out of the three was my least favourite, purely because Lightning wasn't playable very often and she wasn't in it a lot. But that's because, you know, she's my favourite character, so that's probably one of the reasons. And I remember when I finished it and watching the ending, I was just like this. I just watch. So the ending was quite confusing, but then I bought the DLC of Requiem of the Goddess, and I saw the ending for that, and I cried buckets. But I thought that ending was a lot better, and it made more sense when it went on to the next game. Sorry, I'm really thirsty, my throat's hurting. Lightning Returns, I had to wait a year for that. I know it's nothing compared to other fans having to wait since like 2010 for the first one, but oh my god, that was the longest year of my life, I swear. I went and picked mine up on the day of release in my Lightning cosplay, which was a lot of fun. It was freezing cold, but it was a lot of fun, and the lady at game, we made her day. She was ready up when we walked through the door. And yeah, I love playing Lightning Returns, but I don't think anything could top the first one. With Returns, I found it quite irritating, the fact that you were just timed constantly, whereas I'm the type of person who does like to explore every nook and cranny of the game. So that got on my nerves a little bit. I know you could stop time, but it was just, I just wanted to go exploring, and I was just constantly watching this freaking clock right in the corner. But it was a good game, and I did really like the ending. I loved how they finished it. I think, I'm trying not to spoil this for people. I think the way they kind of left it, you could kind of interpret it in your own way, if that makes sense. And it was just such a sweet ending, and I'm getting emotional for that. Okay, I'm okay. And yeah, it was just really nice. I like games that end like that, and this game trilogy has changed my life, really. I know that sounds really dramatic, but when I was going through a load of crap last year, I did just take on Lightning's mentality of things, and as sad as it sounds, it did help me through a lot of dark patches and help me like pick myself up a lot quicker. And people today even say, okay, you know, you cope with things better, and I think that's why, because, you know, I've seen these characters go through the impossible and they come out the other end, especially Lightning, and it can be done. I know it's only a game, but it can be done in real life as well. I mean, I just kind of pick myself up now, and I just, you know, when I'm feeling really low, I just sort of take on Lightning's mentality and just kind of shut out all the bad emotions and just carry on. And the way Lightning Returns ended, it's kind of, I don't know, it related to me a bit as well, because Lightning's kind of found peace, and I'm finding peace now as well, because I've just kind of moved on, and yeah. But these games have saved me from going quite to bad places a few times. Whenever I'm feeling low, I'll just play the game, engross myself in it, and I feel better for it. Or, you know, I'll just listen to some of the music or do a bit of graphic work, and it just makes me feel better. It really has changed me, and I really am grateful to the producers for making such an amazing trilogy, because I've never had this much of a love for a game franchise ever, and I don't think I'm ever gonna not like it, to be honest. It's my biggest fandom, and I think it will be now forever. Well, not forever. I don't care how dramatic that sounds, but I do love this franchise, and I'm so happy to have been able to play it, and I'm so grateful to Square for making it. Love you! But I've still got to go back and get a few achievements, so it's not over for me yet. I'm determined to get 100% on all 3 of them, so that will probably take me for another 10 years or so. Some of those achievements are freaking impossible. 4 crystarium trees, how long is that going to take? Ugh. It can be done though. I am determined. We live to make the impossible possible. Well, I'm just rambling now. But yes, I really recommend these games because they are awesome. They've got some awesome characters, and you won't regret buying them. They are fantastic. So, yeah. I love you, Final Fantasy 13, and I'm probably going to go and make some graphics with you. So, ciao!